Welcome to Unlock the Inbox. In this video tutorial, I will introduce you to the tools available from the home page, and at a later time I will then go into more depth on those tools and some more specifics about their functionality. Beginning from the top left, you'll see this menu goes all the way across. These are all of the tools that you'll find based right off of the home page here. I'll click on DNS lookups. And in the DNS lookups tool, you'll see that this actually captures all of the different categories in the menu. Clicking on any of these particular items, however, will just take you directly to that tab, so that your search will be, focused on that. And of course, all these other tabs are actually going to fill out whenever you put in your URL IP address. So not to worry, you're not going to miss anything out by starting in one place or another. And DNS lookup on unlocktheinbox.com. You'll see the records are already filled in here nicely, which you'll see there's also quick links. In the event that there was more than one MX record, there would be multiple lines here. We've got a little description down here below the grid as well that you can find some quick information on about the tool you're on, or the particular page in the tool that you're on. Moving across here, you'll see the different tabs are all set and filled out. And from this last tab, I'll use this as an example to show how you can then click on these quick links to go in and basically set yourself up with a quick query on those other tools related to what you searched on in the initial tool. So it's a nice way to just keep everything cohesive across the different tools we have here. Moving into domain lookups, this is your classic Whois. And basically you come over here, and it's just like using any other Whois directory that's out there. I'm going to query up the databases and pull back the results for you. We also try to make sure we're querying the right Whois server for the particular domain that you enter here as well. So there's some cool stuff going on behind the scenes to try to make this a little bit more unique. And the blacklist. This is a blacklist and whitelist lookup for your domain or IP address in question. It'll pull back the various blacklists that are out there, and if you are on the blacklist, you'll get a nice green, or you'll get a red icon here if you're on the blacklist. If you're not on the blacklist, it'll be green. Definitely want to see green on this page. Unfortunately, at this time, we are not on these whitelists, but you'll find that that's not uncommon. And these links you can also click on. Takes you right to the page for that particular blacklist. And this particular tool gives me a good example to show you that in all of these tools, keep an eye out for these export features here. These buttons, you just click on those, and it basically, as you can see down here, we'll go ahead and download that as an exported version. You can then open this up in Excel and filter or crunch data to your heart's content. Email tools. Over here we've got a email validation tool. Pretty self-explanatory. Show you how it works. You put in an email address, it tells you if it's valid. It gives you some information about the test it passes, and you'll see SMTP related dialog. If it passes. If it fails, that's not included, but you'll see the different tests that it did make it through when it fails, and you'll find out the test that actually failed as well, which can help you diagnose where your problem might be. Bulk email validator. This one is basically you will upload a file, and it will validate multiple email addresses at one time. So I'm going to go ahead and click here and navigate to my file that I'd like to validate. Once I've selected, I'll just hit validate file. There you go. Same as the single email address verification, except for it's more than one at a time. If you hover over this little icon here, it'll actually show you the acceptable formats that are able to be submitted in the file that you're using. You can use it with just a single email address per line. You could do comma separated without headers. You can include or not include brackets, and you can include or not include the quotes on there depending on how your export works. try to keep it a little bit flexible for you. Open relay test. Basically, this will just run a quick query against your mail server and take a quick look to see if your mail server is an open relay. And again, the in-depth video will cover more information about that. And we have the email spam score test tool. This is a tool that will basically submit your email message, and if you have them, your email headers, you can get that by just sending the email to yourself. But you basically submit the headers and the content of your mail message and put that in here, and we will basically run that through Spam Assassin for you. And whenever that comes back, basically it'll feed out your results here at the bottom of the page, give you a scoring. We're configured at 5 points, or if you hit 5 points, you'll be considered spam. This one came in at 9. This was actually an email I got from my spam folder, and now you know why it ended up there. Port scans. This is a classic tool for the internet, and it does exactly what you would expect it to do. It's going to scan ports. It will check on TCP, UDP, and it will attempt to ping. And over here we've got other tools. And here is an SPF wizard. This wizard will basically walk you through the process of building an SPF text string that you'll insert into your zone file. It's for your DNS related stuff. Cover more on that a little bit later, and there's also an article over here, SPF records, under how to set up IP address conversions. This is pretty simply just you put it in and we'll convert it to all these different formats, several for IPv4 and a few for IPv6. IP address locator. This you put in whatever IP address you want, and it'll basically show it to you on a map. As you already can see my IP up here anyways, I'll just use that. There you go. I am in some place in the United States, and that's excellent. It actually isn't telling you where I'm at, so take that. And last but not least, IP range to CIDR. If you're taking a networking exam, or you're a networking student, or you just want an easy tool to use on the job, whenever you've got to do those conversions that no one likes to do, just come in here and pop in your range, and we're going to give you multiple CIDR representations of that IP address range. Export that, email it to your boss, look like a hero. We won't even ask you to give us credit. And that'll cover all of the tools available from the home page. Additional video coming soon as well for a breakdown into individual tools, and we'll cover some more of the tools that are available through the back end once you're signed up for your free account. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and find us on Facebook, Twitter. Check out our RSS feed and +1 us. Have a great day.